Okay, so we are headed out to look at a Montana.
It is a 3790 RD, so it's 40 foot long. It's a big beast, but it's a 2015. They originally started asking 65,000. These units are typically 80 to 90,000,
Yeah.
95,000 new. So we're looking at used models. Let's not get that big depreciation hit off the get-go.
Exactly.
So they started at 65, they dropped it to 57, now they're sitting at about 52. And so we'll see, we might just throw 40,000 out there, see if they bite or not. We're not very anxious to get this unit at all, but it's probably the lowest price that we've seen for the amount of years on it.
Right. And the pictures, well, sometimes they lie, so.
Well, it's hard to see. It's hard to see. So we're gonna bring the video camera. We're gonna bring you along, and and we'll see what we can see. So this fifth wheel is on Pigeon Lake Escapes RV Resort. They sell the lots, but you can also rent them. I think for about $3,600 or something like that per year.
This one's got the I forget, it's an upgraded suspension system on this unit.
Electric wet supply, drains and fresh water.
Push automatic level and it just does its thing.
Right on.
Nice.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Do that, just walk through and you got,
A little bit more storage.
that's why I put all this foam strip on top so water can't get in, so it keeps it nice and dry. But Wi-Fi, the signal's still there.
That's good, yeah.
So, after complete consideration, we went through all the numbers, all the pros and cons, and we decided to
I don't want to say it.
although this was an awesome deal.
Oh, it was.
$90,000 fifth wheel, 40 foot, Montana. Everything was the skirt, the generator. It was even on a permanent lot. It was set up for winter living. It had a shed, so it had outbuildings, so it had storage. This trailer had massive amount of storage. But something in our...
It's not what we were planning to do. We want to travel. This thing is almost like a
trailer park
park setup.
It's almost set up to permanently stay
Permanent.
there. It's
Not almost.
Yeah,
To me, it was permanent. Like, to move this unit would take a lot.
a long time.
Yeah.
Even the skirt was buried under gravel
Yeah.
at the bottom of the skirt. So it was perfect for living,
Absolutely perfect.
but not great for travel.
No.
So although we think we could have got this for like $50,000, is it worth that? Maybe 45 would have been a good deal, and then we could have been on top of it and decide to sell it maybe next year.
He made a comment that he has never traveled with it.
Yeah.
That to me, I'm sorry, it was a red flag to me.
Well, there's two ways of looking at it. It's in really great shape because it hasn't been bounced around.
Yes.
But to take it anywhere, now you got to probably take it into the shop. I looked up the tires. The tires weren't right.
They were straight from factory.
Yeah,
right?
and they were low rated.
At that time.
Yeah, they weren't G rated. They were like E rated, and so that would need to be changed to start, going down the road. And then, so if we're gonna do that, then we can have a look at the suspension. It had an upgraded suspension, so quality-wise, but the fact that it never moved, so it never proved itself. So, we weren't gonna take it from that permanent site and then start traveling with it.
I don't know how everybody else feels about that. Maybe make a comment about that.
So the head basically was saying, "What a deal!"
Yeah.
And it is. It's a great deal.
Yeah. If you want to sit there in permanent. Yeah.
Well, for the cost, and you can always resell it within the short term. It would have to be, hey, we bought it cheap in the winter, resell it in the spring, make a quick profit. But all the hassle, of setting up all the utilities and now we almost couldn't live in it because we're trying to sell it next spring.
Christian, it was like buying a house.
Yeah.
To me, it felt like buying a house.
Yep. And a depreciating house. So I think we're kind of leaning more to either a smaller fifth wheel. We're going back to that under 30 feet, 30 or under, or a truck camper. And we seem to be really leaning towards the truck camper, that we could just put it on the truck and go. And without any itinerary, without any planning, we stop in a town, we can stay at the Walmart or even stealth camp on a side street where possible.
See, that gets me excited.
Me too. That the idea of going somewhere with no plans, well, if you have a 40-foot fifth wheel, you cannot just pull into a town and say,
let's stay here.
Yeah, let's just stay anywhere.
No.
Or halfway between two towns, and you just decide,
let's boondock here.
Yeah,
no, you can't.
Yeah, on the side of a city street, like,
no.
Yeah, I think, you can't be stealthy with a 40-foot fifth wheel.
No.
So that's kind of where we're at with that. I think we're gonna go back to the truck campers. We have all kinds of alerts on Kijiji, but I think we're going to kind of forego the fifth wheel idea and we're gonna focus on truck campers.
Yes. Yeah.
Thanks, Taylor. You got us.
Thank you, Taylor.
You got us kind of moving that way. We got the big truck. We're gonna get.
Love you, Taylor.
And we're gonna go back to our original idea. Yes, I think it's because of you.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It is because of
that's
you.
actually a great idea. We love your lifestyle, and that's what we're looking for. Something mobile, stealthy, and do more traveling, less living in it.
Yes.
And do more exploring. So we have plans of going up and down the U.S. and into Mexico. Keep looking for a great deal on a truck camper. Yeah. And we're definitely leaning towards the Eagle Cap. Tyler's Arctic Fox is amazing, and we looked at the bigger ones, I think they're 1050s or something like that, 1050. Right. And the one slide is great because it's stealthy, you don't have to open the slide, but I think we need a little bit more space. So we're looking at the 1165 and the 1200 Eagle Cap is still kind of the way we're leaning. But it's not to say we get a great deal on an Arctic Fox, one of the bigger Arctic Fox, which are really hard to find. That we wouldn't move on it if we can get a good deal. So those are our thoughts for today. Came close to buying, but we decided not to because it just, our gut told us not to. Our head said we're excited,
didn't feel right,
but we decided to listen to our gut and decided to, nope, we're not going ahead.
Yeah,
not with this one. All right, everyone, well, thanks for joining us again. If you like our channel, give it a subscribe,
thumbs up,
hit the bell, like the video, and we'll see you on the next video.